Welcome back to the Lonely Basement. Baseball cards. Welcome back, everyone. Philly Show recap. We are back. The backpack is unpacked. And we are ready to go to show you guys our pickups from the Philly Show. It is Sunday when I'm making this. I did work today. I had a long day at work. And I'm not going to lie. I cannot lie to you in the basement. We cannot lie in the basement. To you. Maybe to somebody else. Not to you. We drove, what did we leave? We left about 6, and I've done the Philly Show many, many times, and we left about 6. It's a little less than 3 hours, so it's not a horrible drive. 2 and change, 2:45 on a good day. And we drove to Philly, and we did the day at show. We went to the YouTube meet and greet for a little bit. We drove back, and we were fried. No chance we were doing a video. I was a little shaky. I was tired. I was hungry. I was just like, ugh. So we waited a day, and we are ready to go for you to do the video. I like to do them fresh when they're in my mind, but yesterday was not happening. Maybe we're getting old. I don't know. I did a 14-hour drive and did a video. I couldn't do a 3-hour drive and do a video. Could not. It wasn't going to happen. So let's get into the Philly Show pickups. We have a hot mess of a lot of stuff to show, and this might take a minute. Because we bought a lot of random stuff. We got a lot of stuff, and hope you like it. So let's start off with, we got in, and we went over to our friend Mike from Bow Cards. Let's do it. Mike from Bow Cards. There's Mike's QR code. Make sure you check out Mike's eBay store. Thousands of cards, and Mike is a great dealer and a great promoter of the Fishkill Show. And, before we go any further, let's not forget Mike's show coming up in November at All Sport in Fishkill. Now remember, this is at Fishkill, but this is not where the Fishkill Show normally is every week. It is at the All Sport in Fishkill, right around the corner, but it's a much bigger venue, and this is the Veterans Show. All proceeds going to the veterans. $3 admission. Fishkill, November 8th. All Sport. Make sure you be there, or be square. And we'll keep reminding you guys. I will be there, I believe. I believe Sammy Thunder is going to try to make it up. We're going to have a good time at Fishkill, at All Sport. And let's get into what we got from Mike. So we walk in the door, and we went over to Mike because we had to pick up a couple things from Mike that he was bringing for us. And 2 of the things were these. 2 boxes of 1986 Top stickers. Now, why do we need these? Because we need to complete our 1986 Top sticker book, because we completed our 1986 Top set. And then I was looking at my sticker book going, I'm only like 27 stickers short. I should really complete my sticker book. And Mike has 86 Top stickers. So we got 2 boxes off Mike, and we're going to rip until we get 26 stickers, 500 in a box. I can't imagine it'll take more than 1 box to get the 26 we need, but who knows? And maybe we'll see some Donnie baseballs in there. So we got 2 boxes of stickers from Mike, and that is, for the future. We'll show that maybe live. Not live probably, but we'll show that. Mike also had a starting lineup for us. A Don Mattingly beautiful starting lineup. Cannot beat that. I've got a large collection of starting lineups. I think I've ever showed them on video, but I have a decent collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 of these. And this will go great in the collection. Thank you, Mike. And what else do we get? Now, because Mike's crazy. Mike's crazy! He brought us, because he knows of our love of Baseball Cards magazine, and he had 2 copies of the 1987 April Baseball Cards magazine, and he gifted them to me. And these 2 copies, let's see. Hold, please. Let's see. How can you not find the insert when the insert's right in the middle of the magazine? Have the Don Mattingly 83 baseball cards in them, and those are awesome. And now, I was thinking about cutting one of these out, since I now have multiple copies of cutting out one of these, but I do have my childhood magazine. The one with the cover ripped off and missing. And we now have 2 more. Loving it! Donnie's in the basement. Nothing better than that. Now, Mike, I'll just show him. We picked up this. I actually have this poster over there from my childhood. This hung in my room as a child. And this is like velvet. Ooh, velvet. And we have this new fancy version. It's framed. And that is beautiful. And that will go in a place of glory in the basement. Along with this. It keeps coming. This beautiful poster of Don Mattingly. Number 23. Beautiful, beautiful Mattingly piece. And last but not least, not to be outdone, the Mick. Mickey Mantle. Same frame as that, as the Yankee poster. Beautiful photo in a Mick. Leaning on the bat. Look at that. Look at that bad boy. There is the Mick. So we will add those to the wall at some point, and they will be in a place of glory in the basement. What else did we get from Mike? Mike, ironically, has had a Rob Roeder Donnie baseball, 1987. These are bigger than a standard card, as you can see. And that is a cool black and white image of Donnie. And that is one I did not have. And I don't think I ever saw this one in this size. So that is new to me. And that is beautiful. And last but not least, from our friend Mike, we picked up this. And this is cool. Kodak Photo Day at Yankee Stadium. So this is a giveaway day at Yankee Stadium. Souvenir snapshot holder, compliments of Eastman Kodak. So this is, I have to look it up. I'll figure it out when it's from, the exact day, what year the day was. But inside, it's a photo. A beautiful photo of Donnie sitting on a chair. See if we can focus Donnie a little bit. Sitting on a chair, smiling, taking a look at you. Pre-game. The old stadium. Beautiful. And there's Donnie. It's literally a photo. So they took a photo of Donnie. Printed them on Kodak paper. And slid them right in here. And gave it away at Yankee Stadium. And I'll figure out what year that was. That is super cool. Eastman Kodak. Giveaway day at Yankee Stadium. Beat that. Can't do it. You cannot do it. All right. So that is what we got from Mike. What else did we get? So let's start here. Or here. We were hunting for nothing in particular. And I was just kind of going around and seeing what I saw. And I always find good bargain boxes at the Philly show. I could even argue sometimes better than the National, even though there's a lot of bargain boxes at the National. I always find cool Yankee stuff in these bargain boxes. And there's a guy who's got 10-cent boxes. And there's guys with quarter boxes. And what did we find? And you don't find a lot of 10-cent boxes at like White Plains or... You find them at the National. I find them at Philly. I don't find 10-cent boxes a lot of places. And this guy had a quarter box. And we bought a big stack. Why'd we buy a big stack? He had a big row. Full row of 87 tops. Tiffany. 87 tops Tiffany. And I started going through it. And they were basically blocked in teams. And he had very few teams. Maybe like 4 or 5 teams. It was like the Rangers, the Padres... And one of the teams that there was a large amount of was the Yankees. So this is not complete, but it is a pretty close complete set of 87 Topps Tiffany. And I didn't checklist it out yet, but I know there was no Ricky. I know there was no Ricky, and I know there was no Donnie, but I do have the Donnie already anyway. I don't think I have the Ricky and Tiffany. But there was a Dennis Rasmussen in there. We'll go quick, I promise. Draybeck, great Doug Draybeck. Bob Shirley. Love Bob Shirley in the basement. Mike Fischlin, former Astro. Mike Fischlin. Juan Espino. Butch Weiniger. And these are like minty fresh. Mike Pagliarulo. Danny Pasqua for Mike Hitman 23. Dan Pasqua. Another former Astro, Joe Negro. Joe Negro. Coletta Washington. Tommy John. There he is. There's Tommy. Henry Cotto. I loved Henry Cotto. Not going to lie. Bobby Meacham, who used to airmail the ball over Donnie's head into the seats behind first base. The great Ron Guidry. Lou Piniella. Manager card. Love our manager cards. Dave Righetti. The great closer. At one point, the all-time single-season saves leader. So Bobby Thinkpen. I know, these are cool. So I bought one of every card that he had that, you know, he had a lot. So I had to go through them all and make sure I didn't get any doubles or anything. But I saw the Mattingly Ricky leaders card. And guess what? There were multiples. So I bought them all. I bought all of the Donnie Ricky cards he had. Yankee team leader cards. Tiffany, excellent. And I actually own that card already in Tiffany. Beautiful Dave Winfield in Tiffany. Oh, I got 2 Lou Piniella. See, I didn't do a good job. Double! Come on, Keith. Ron Kittle. Hopefully we didn't double Ron Kittle. Al Polito, I remember him. Al Polito. Joel Skinner. The great catcher. Brian Fisher. Traded away too soon with Drebeck to the Pirates. Paul Zuvella. Mike Easler. That's right, we're going through them all. Tim Stoddard. Wayne Tollison, the great second baseman, shortstop. Utility man, Donnie's best friend on the Yankees, Wayne Tollison. Rod Scurry. A Willie Randolph. And come on. Got to finish it up with, no, we're not. There's one more. Gary Renicky. The power hitting Gary Renicky. And Scott Nielsen finishes it off. The interesting thing about these, because there was a lot of double, like this card, there was like 5 of this. But they weren't all in order. They were like all mixed up, so you had to go through. So I want to make sure I got everyone he had, but no doubles. But the Scott Nielsen is noticeably darker, and all of them were. The wood grain, then all the rest. Scott got the oak finish. Good for Scott. So we got this big stack of Topps Tiffany's, 87s, for a quarter each. And in that box, we pulled these, because we had to. There was also an 85 Ricky, beautiful 85 Topps Ricky, in great shape. An 85 Fleer Ricky. A's cards in the basement. And an 83 Fleer Ricky. So we had to pick up those Rickies when we saw them. I haven't purposely been not buying the A's cards. I have a lot of them. But these 3, I don't think I have either of these 3. I might have the 85. But I definitely don't have the Fleer or the 2 Fleers. And why not pick them up? Now, for our 84 top set, there was a little stack of 84s in there. And he had a Gary Carter. He had a nice Willie McGee. A George Brett. And a Wade Boggs. Now, I'm not sure if I have these cards. I didn't pull the checklist for these 3 cards. But why not? Because we're trying to complete that set. So if I see some of the major stars, because most of the ones I have are commons, I figure most of the ones I'm missing, based on the way I bought them, as like a lot, and then a lot of them are like older beater cards. A lot of the stars are not there. So I figured, why not? And then, last but not least, the pièce de résistance. These were in there. 86 Topps for a quarter. 25 cents. A 1. A 2. A 3. A 4. A 5. 6 Don Mattingly 86 Topps. No, 7 Don Mattingly 86 Topps in the quarter box. 25 cents each. You are never going to find me put a quarter box out and put 100 of these. I'll buy 100 of them. My favorite card of all time of Don Mattingly, the 86 Topps. I love it. And there were 7 of them, and they were a quarter each. Let's go. So that was a quarter box. Very happy with that quarter box. And then we moved on to the guy who has the 10-cent boxes. Now, this guy's always there. And I always go through his boxes. I bought a lot of 78s from him, actually, one time. He had a whole, like, set of 78s. A lot of them were still there, actually, because they're sleeved. So I know it's the same ones. And they're the only ones that are penny sleeved, and he still has a good chunk of them. But this guy, for 10 cents each, I was poking around for like 84 tops. There wasn't really a lot. A lot of it's modern. These dime boxes used to be like, oh, look, old cards. Now they're just modern. And you see 2023, 24 tops, and they're just growing and growing and growing. And it's getting harder to find older cards in some of these dime boxes. But I found this big stack of what? These are all different versions of Topps Heritage, Yankees, and they were all together. And again, this was the same kind of thing where there's like 3, 4, 5 of each card. So we went through and we pulled all the Yankees, and then we sorted through and pulled out any doubles, we hope. And we got a Heritage Randy Johnson in the Bowman. Now this one, see, these are the same year, but these are, I guess these are special. I don't know. Who knows? But these are like the cardboardy looking ones, and they're much thicker. That's the Jorge Posada. Dime each. We got the Gary Sheffield. That's super cool in the thick one. And we got this beautiful Hideki Matsui. That is an awesome baseball card. Come on. That is super cool. They look like the Bowman on the back. Then we got, there was all kinds of Bowmans in here. I don't even know if these are the same years. I could look, but beautiful Allie Reynolds Heritage. That's the tiny version. All of these are different shapes and sizes. Thank you, Heritage. Another Posada. I actually have this, but I grabbed it anyway. Why not? Dime. Mariano Rivera. Roger Clemens. A-Rod for a dime. Now, these ones, I guess, are base. These look like the 54 Bowman. There is another Jorge. That is a great shot of young Jorge in that picture. And another Clemens from Tampa. And then these are the not whole gang. High Root Beer, sort of, kind of. Whitey Ford. We got a Rizzuto. And then we found this 55 Elston Howard version of Bowman, shiny. So that is super cool. I don't actually have a 55 Bowman Elston Howard yet. A rookie card. Look at that one. Shiny Elston. And this is a Andy Pettitte black. And this is the Andy Pettitte white. So this one is also thick. Super thick. And regular. Many people who collected these cards might know. But thick and regular. It's the same like the other ones. Thick and regular. We got the Clemens from that version. And then these are cool. These are thick also. They're like, these won't fit in sleeves probably. Whitey Ford. Awesome Scooter. Look at that. With the glasses. Scooter with the glasses. There it is. That is an awesome card. We got the Whitey Ford in the black. And then we got the Posada in the black. It keeps coming. Excuse me. We got a beautiful A-Rod. Coffin in the basement. That card. Come on. Jorge. Looking like the art style. Like the painting style with the facade in the back. Obviously, Jorge never played in that stadium. You can see the poles. That is super cool. I love that card. If it focused. There you go. Look at that. That is a great baseball card. Then these. We got the Matsui. We got the A-Rod. Another Jorge. Mariano. Randy Johnson. Get ready for it, because I already know it's coming. So we sort through, like I said, and pull out all the doubles to make sure we don't buy two of the same card. Two A-Rods and two Randy Johnsons. Come on, Keith. So we did end up with 3 doubles in our rush to sort because 9 or 8 hours on the floor at Philly, we don't have enough time to sort a dime box card properly. So those are cool. super awesome additions to the Yankee collection. There you go. Now, 75 tops I mentioned before that we realized because we need the mini, and it's the only mini we need except the Bobby Bonds. We need 2 minis. And I was like, I don't remember having this card in the full size, because when I realized it was the Fred Lynn rookie card, I was like, I don't think I have that card. I didn't. I missed it. I missed it in the 75s. So for $1, I found a Freddie Lynn rookie card. But why do we need it? For Mr. Paul Whitfield. So we now own a 75 Fred Lynn rookie card. And by the way, it was $1. It's a little OC. It's not brand new, obviously. But, I mean, it's not creased. It's not beat up. It was $1. Fred Lynn rookie card used to be something. So Paul Whitfield, we have recompleted the 75 tops Yankees, we think. I still need the mini, and I still need the Bonds mini. I looked, I saw 2 Bonds minis that were just, they're always completely off-centered or completely miscut on the minis, the Bonds. I don't know why. And then 2 other guys I checked didn't have it in their binders. So the hunt continues to finish the minis. Last but not least, not last but not least, but almost last but not least, we went to one of our binder guys, and we were looking for some 52s, 53s, 54s, 55s, that type of thing, to work on our team sets with our trusty book. And I was going through the binders, and I was just getting turned off by the prices. Some of them in that era, you know, they're like $12, $18, $17, $20, $19. And I'm like, And then I looked, and next to his binders, he has a whole box of cards that weren't in the binders that were a little lower condition than the ones in the binders. Perfect. Thank you very much for the bargain box. So we went through and we pulled, let's put them in order. We pulled some cards we didn't have. And the cheaper we buy these cards, the more money we have for our bigger cards. So we found a 56 Gil McDougal. And these cards are all, you know, they all have some issues. They all have little corners, but I don't mind for these cards. Beautiful Gil McDougal. Well loved, but no creases. I'm going to say this name, Constanti. Yeah, Constanti. Jim Constanti. The hurler with the glasses. Beautiful. We got a Tommy Carroll. Like I said, none of these are like creased up or beat, but they're just, you know, they got some corners and edges and things like that. But I got a good deal. Tommy Carroll. And then some 55s. Again, Tommy Carroll. Charlie Silvera. Beautiful Joe Collins. A 54 Bob Kazuva. Bob looking good. Beautiful backs. They're real. And lastly, we hit 53s up. We got an Irv Noren. We got a Bob Serve. And that is a great card. Look at Bob. Got an oil field behind him. Bob's in the oil business. Making money. We got a beautiful Eddie Lopat. 53 tops. And like these cards, 99% of these cards are perfect. They've got some corners, some edges, but they are beautiful. And last but not least, actually the most beater one we got is a Johnny Mize, Hall of Famer Johnny Mize. This corner is really kind of but Johnny looks beautiful. All of this is perfect. And that will be a perfect card for our 53 tops team set. And like I said, when I buy these kind of cards in this condition, this is saving me money for the bigger cards to be 4s and 5s and 6s, and these cards to fill the spots that we need for our team sets. Last but not least, final team set card, although I guess they're all team set cards. We picked up this from Mr. Bill Chappell. Biggest pickup of the day. And this card was actually in his case at Strongsville, and I looked at it hard, and I actually almost bought it at Strongsville. And I left with the money in my pocket, and that money went to the National, basically. And went to other things. But this card is from 52 Topps set, and it is the Bill Dickey short print, high number of a Hall of Famer coach's card. The most expensive coach's card, or one of them out there, is a 52 Topps Bill Dickey high number. Now this card, for what I paid for it, there's a little something there, but for what I paid for it, it is a pinhole card. Mookie! Shout out to Mookie Chilson. There's a little pinhole right there. This card, without that pinhole, is a lot more expensive. And it is raw, and it is really nice. This card, for what I paid for it, this card would be a 1. Would be crumpled up, would have a crease through it. So I made the executive decision to go with the pinhole and make it happen, because I needed this card, and I've wanted this card for a while. I want this and Frank Rossetti for a while. They've been on the short list. And they're a little more expensive because they are high number 52 Topps. And this is what? This is 400. And they are Yankees. So 52 Topps high number Yankees ain't cheap. Beautiful. This card is in great shape. I don't know what this would be. If you plugged up the pinhole, there's one little service spot. It's VGEX probably, something in that ballpark. Although with the back, maybe with that. But this is a beautiful card. And I'm super happy to have it. I went with the pinhole for the Bill Dickey. And that will hold a place of glory in the 52 Topps Steam set. Hopefully be joined by Mickey Mantle one day. So that's what I got. No, a little more. So that's almost what I got. Those are the pickups. And then we went to the meet and greet. And we had a great time at the meet and greet. It's right across the parking lot. We figured we'd hop over there, say hi, and we hung out with Jake from Wax Pack Wisdom. RJ Collects, great guy. He was showing us some cool stuff. He had the original full set of the 76. They made 200 sets of these Bowman cards, Bowman style cards in 76 for the Philly show, and they had 200 sets. He's got the entire set, and they're super cool. And with only 200 of them, they go for a pretty penny nowadays. But that was RJ. We met him. We met Mike's Mr. October, and Mike gifted us this beautiful Reggie Jackson. Beautiful Reggie Jackson from Mike. Thank you so much, Mike. We hung out with Mike, the Vintage Composer. We met him at Garfield previously, so it was great to see him again. And I don't want to miss anybody. I wrote him down. Andy from Dog Ate My Card Collector. Andy was a great guy. And cannot forget Brian, the High Pop Professor. Hold on. RJ. There's RJ. RJ gifted us his Topps card. There you go. That is from RJ. And RJ also gifted us this beautiful Steve Carlton card. And that is awesome. This is a St. Luke's hospital card. And I guess they did them as a giveaway. And that is awesome. Thank you, RJ. And Ryan High Pop Professor was there. And we got his card. Now there is his card and his QR code. Check out Brian the High Pop Professor on YouTube. And it's numbered. We have 34 of 50. Sweet. So there's Brian's card. And Brian. So Brian was giving away cards. And he handed me this card. He said, "Oh, you're a Yankee guy, right?" And he handed me this card. I was like, "Oh, that's super cool." And I went to hand it back to him. He's like, "No, that's for you." And I was like, "No, I can't." He's like, "No, that's for you. Take it." And this is, I want to actually give this the year correctly. 96, I already know. I looked at it already. 1996, Stadium Club, members only stamp, Mariano Rivera. And that is awesome. And that is super beautiful. And that was free on the arm from the High Pop Professor. So, Brian, thank you so much. That is amazing. He was giving out Greg Maddux cards. People were getting refractors. It was a good time. And Brian brought the goods with the mo to give to me, and I super appreciate it. I tried to give it back to him. He wouldn't have it. Cardboard Coach Neil. Coach Neil was there, and we hung out quite a bit. We had some nice chats. And Jake from Wax Pack Wisdom, we connected. We had a good time. And like and subscribe to everybody. And I think I got everybody. Yeah, I did. Look at that. I wrote them down. I remembered. That's a half hour. That's what I got for you guys. We had a great time in Philly. We got some great stuff. We really loaded up on the Yankee stuff. And we bought one pretty big card for the collection of 52 Tops from Mr. Bill Chappell. And I literally almost bought this at Strongsville. I had it in my hand. And I was looking at it hard. And he still had it. And we got a good deal. That's what I got for you. 86 Top stickers. Can't beat it. Philly show is a great show. It's my favorite show. Favorite time of the year. The fall. Going to Philly. Going to Shriners. Then you go back to Philly in December. Good times. I hope you enjoyed it. That's what I got for you. Y'all, have a good one.